Sam Darnold, man. I talked about him a few weeks ago. We're talking about him again. I got a chance tonight to really hone in on his performance, and I was really impressed again. Obviously, you know the 14-win season last year with the Vikings. Real impressive, resurrecting his career. But, I think we can confidently say at this point, Sam Darnold isn't a one-year wonder. The Seahawks can build around him. He's not just this guy that showed up in a great situation and balled out and his career tailors off afterwards. No, I think Sam Darnold legitimately could be the future for the Seahawks. People don't realize he's 28 years old. Josh Allen's 29. This is the prime of Sam Darnold's career, and he's only getting better and better with every single game. You can see the progress. And I think what we've seen so far this season and what we saw last year with Minnesota is that Sam Darnold can win you games, evidently. He's come up clutch in games like tonight with big-time performances, with big game-winning drives. I'm thinking last year there was a game, ironically, against the Seahawks where he, I think, tossed to Justin Jefferson down the field at some point later in the game. It was an unreal throw, one of the best throws of the year, and I was like, wow, this guy can ball. And after that point, I was tuning into him, watching him a little bit more. And look, I understand. Big moments came around last year against the Lions later on in the season. They lost that game. We're a wild card team. Playoffs didn't look so good. People were clowning him, saying he was seeing ghosts. Wasn't his best performances, I'm not going to lie to you. But, he wasn't the only issue in Minnesota at that point. The offensive line really wasn't up to par. They were missing Darisaw for the back half of that season. Really tough to make up for a loss like that. And honestly, they weren't blocking well for him. Receivers, the separation in those games, it wasn't great. Now, I'm not going to fully defend Sam Darnold. It wasn't his best performances. But I think people might have overreacted slightly. He is clearly a starting quarterback in the NFL. And from what I've seen from the film last year and this year through 4 games, the Seahawks are 3-1. And they definitely have more in the tank. I think when you're assessing his game, you look at his great traits. He's got great mobility. He moves super fluently, ability to break outside the pocket, make things happen with his arm, with his legs. The throw on the run and the playmaking ability is great. I think he's an excellent thrower off platform, and he can pick up a first down or two with his legs. Very versatile. He's not your Lamar, but definitely has that agility, that wiggle to make things happen. Listen, you watched the Seahawks last year. They've been a pretty good team these past few seasons with Geno. Sam Darnold is clearly a step up from Geno. Clearly. He is clearly an upgrade from Geno. Clearly an NFL starter. Anyone who's drafted to the Jets should immediately get a free pass, a free second shot at the NFL. All right, and, I'm kind of seeing that with a few teams. I can rattle off the Browns, the Panthers, the Jets, obviously. These are franchises that you go and your career goes to die. Baker Mayfield and the Browns. Right now, Bryce Young and the Panthers, I have no clue what's in store for his career, but I would love to see him get another shot on a real team. The Giants, another one with Daniel Jones. Isn't it ironic that these quarterbacks are drafted super high to these bad teams? They underperform or quote-unquote underperform and end up going to these functional offenses and succeed. It's crazy, right? It really shows you that opportunity, and there is a little bit of luck involved in the NFL of where you go, where you land, what coaching staff you land with, what players you got, and I think Sam Darnold is exhibit A right in front of our eyes of that situation. And I'm looking at how his career shaped out after the Jets drafting him. He went to San Francisco, went to Minnesota. So that's telling me Shanahan liked him. Kevin O'Connell liked him. I trust those great offensive minds on their assessment of Sam Darnold. I think he's a baller. Now, are the Seahawks a Super Bowl team this year? I don't think so. I'm not going to jump to conclusions right now, but the team looks really good. and they can definitely build around him and his youth. They got some stars on offense. They got a great defense. And I thought Sam Darnold tonight and so far this season has looked exceptional.